Everybody, it's time for the GWM catch-up for the Western Australia Margaret River Pro. Day one, we saw a little Southwest in the water. Clean, rippable, small, little inconsistent at times, but we finished the opening round for the women, and patience really paid off, especially if you were Caitlin Simmers, world number one, had to sit through almost 2 restarts. About 15 seconds away until the second restart, and Katie Simmers threw down some beautiful turns, holding that rail and that crisp horse design with confidence, with control. And the youngest on tour leading the top 17 here at stop number 5. And it really came down to a flurry of action at the end for the goofy footers, fighting for second. Sawyer Lindblad fighting for her spot on tour. Trials champ, local legend Bronte McCauley picked off a gem. 6.73 on her best. Sawyer's a 7.0. And that was the big difference between the goofy footers. Bronte McCauley sent to the elimination round, but Sawyer celebrating with her coach Jake Patterson. Bronte will hang out with her family and relying on the locals to fire her up in the elimination round. Then we saw Molly Picklum looking great, now world number 3 heading into the West. She said it was a little wild out there with the wind, opts for a bit of longer equipment, and that helped her. Even found a left to back herself up for a nice heat win to kick off her campaign here in the West. And how's Bettylou? One of Molly's biggest rivals. They had that semifinal at Pipe. Bettylou looking confident, world number 5. Moves on easily into the next round. And how about some past champs handling some biz? Lakey, also coached by Crow, finding a left. Ended up being her top scorer, finding the lip a couple times. A former champion, knowing that she's got some work to do to get a spot for the rest of the season. And Isabella Nichols has had her best day of her career and the worst day of her career at Margaret River. Starts off with a nice heat win in some challenging conditions. Found some big sections to work with. A 6.67 was her high mark as she's reseeded into the round of 16. Which has set up some pretty scary looking elimination round heats, especially when we focus on the midseason cut here at stop number 5. Let's just focus on Sally Fitzgibbons as she takes on DeFay and Bronte McCauley. Fitz, the legend from Australia, 3-time runner-up in the world, former event champion, cannot lose. If she's out in this heat, she's off tour and back to the Challenger Series. A big one there for a legendary Australian athlete. Heat number 2 has some consequences on the line as well. India Robinson in a must-win situation. If she doesn't get through elimination round heat 2, she's off tour. Luana Silva really has to win to control her own destiny. You see her number 9th on the rankings. She's really got to move up strong to make sure that she's surfing through the entire year in 2024. Challenging heat with Brisa Hennessy involved. For now, check out worldsurfleague.com for all the highlights, athlete updates, and full heat replays from the Western Australia Margaret River Pro. And tune in tomorrow morning at 7:15 a.m. local time for the call.